Now we've gotten to the point where we're down to these little spikes on Godzilla's back. We are going to do these the same way that we did the larger spikes on the back. There's so many different ways to do them, but I wanted to keep this simple, so we're just going to do them the way that we've been doing them. If we look up here, we can see that it's OGHRE5 texture. So we're going to use that as our base. Let's go ahead and turn all this stuff off. And we can also turn this off. So now we can go up here to add, image, background image. We can scroll down to the OGHRE5 and we can load it. So now we get these, and you can see that basically they're not broken up into smaller pieces. It's just one texture, and we actually need to create these individually. Now they are all the same, so one of the things that we could do is we can just scale it, so we could create one and then we could scale it different ways, and that's fine, that'll work. So I do want to spread this out a little bit. So all I did was I just scaled it along the Y. So now that we have that, and remember, you can come up here and turn off the ability to select it. Now we're going to do the exact same thing that we've been doing. We're going to add a mesh. It's going to be a plane. Then we need to rotate it. Hold down Control and snap. Go back into our X view, and now we can go ahead and switch this into edit mode. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just pull that there. Just going to move these around real quick. And let's see, turn X-ray on. So let's go ahead and pull that out. We can pull it out again. Same thing. We're going to pull this in, pull this in. Now we can go ahead and split that. And then we're going to split everything just like we've done before. And the same thing goes now. We'll hold down Control, which will select all of those. Go into the side view. We'll pull that out. Hold down Control, select all of those, pull that out. Hold down Control. And if this happens, and I did kind of show this on purpose, if this happens to you, then it's pretty simple to fix. So essentially what you want to do is lasso select all of those, and then you want to hold down Shift and lasso select up top, right click, and merge vertices, and do it at center, merge vertices at center, like that. So now we're going to go ahead and pull these out. And let's select all of those and we'll merge them at center. Okay, so that takes care of that. So now we want to go down and we want to throw on our mirror modifier. It's not going the right way. And we're going to turn on clipping. Now you can see that some of these are off center. So what I'm going to do, and I did this on purpose too, because I want you to see what to do when you run into these problems. Now the reason that we have this going on is because these need to be merged at center also. There we go. Now it doesn't move. And you'll notice that now they're all snapped to the center and everything's good. Now that we have all of that, we're going to apply we're going to exit out of edit mode, go into object mode, and then we're going to apply our mirror modifier. So now we have our object. We want to hit Shift D and move it along, then hit Y. So you're going to hit Shift D and then Y, and then that allows you to move it along the Y axis. We're going to pull that over a little bit and then left click. So now what we want to do is we want to scale this. We're going to move it down to about that, and then we want to move it over a little bit. So now essentially we have that one. I'm only going to do these two because the other ones are pretty much the same thing. And even though we did just scale this, one of the things that I want to do, I want to make some changes to this one because I don't want them to be exactly the same. So I'm going to go into edit mode on this one, and I have X-ray turned on. So I'm just going to go in here and move some of this stuff around. Nothing too crazy. I just want it to have a little bit different look. I'm going to pull this down a little bit more. Maybe shift these down a little bit. And again, a lot of this stuff will come in when we start sculpting. So I don't want to get too crazy with stuff. I just want it to have a little bit of difference in the way that it looks. So I'm going to go with something like this. Oops. And I think that's good enough. And something that we didn't do with the other spikes that I kind of feel like we should have done is just round off these or make them more like a spike. When we get to the sculpting mode on the other parts, we'll go back and we'll fix that problem. Some of this I just want to round it out a little bit more. Alright. Let's get out of object mode and we turn off our empty. And in the next video, we will place these spikes down along his back. Thanks for watching.